Welcome and congratulations on your new job. It feels great having a new job. And because you've gotten a new job, I'd like to ask you a favor. If you'll take out your phone and if you'll see the QR code right there for Google, it'd mean a lot to us if you could give us a review. Now, while you're doing that, I want to tell you about our referral program. We pay you $25 for each person that you refer to us that completes their assignment with perfect attendance. So before you leave today, just be thinking about who do you know that you could refer and talk to someone here in the branch and they'll kind of get you started on that. Because we're always posting our jobs, we want you to know what other jobs are out there that maybe could work for your friends. So now I'd like you to click on this QR code so you can like and follow us on Facebook. And that's where this branch posts a lot of their jobs so you can see what's out there and you can kind of push your friends to it and you can take advantage of that referral program. All right, let's get your orientation started. I want you to make the absolute most out of your opportunity with us. And the first thing I want you to do each and every day is focus on having a great mental attitude. Some days it's very easy to walk in the front door with a great attitude. Some days are harder though. And what I find works really well for me is if I just stop and remind myself of everything that I'm grateful for. And I go through and just think through all the things that I have and the things that have been done for me. And that tends to get me moving in the right direction and it puts me in a better mental attitude. So whatever you need to do, take that time, get yourself in that right mental state before your shift each and every day. All right. Now, along with that, I want you to get plenty of rest because some of the shifts we work here, they're long, right? You might be working a day shift. You might be working a night shift, whichever one it is. I want you to get as much sleep as you can because it will affect your performance. And I want you to be your best every day. And along with rest, you've got to eat good food and snacks and drink plenty of water. If you neglect any of those things, it really could affect how you feel at work and it'll affect your performance. And I want you to keep that job. I want you to keep that paycheck. Now, speaking of working hard and doing a great job and keeping your paycheck, I do want you to work hard every day and take advantage of this new opportunity. I think good things come to people who work hard and have a great attitude. It shows up because not everybody has that every day. And if you bring that attitude, you will stand out. And speaking of standing out, that'll help you make a great first impression. First impressions are what they say. It's your only time to make them. So one way to make a great first impression is to learn your responsibilities quickly on that first day. Do everything you can to really understand what it is that you're being asked to do, and that'll help you make that great first impression right away. Another thing you can do is be on time every day. Show up 5, maybe 10 minutes early. Get prepared. Maybe that's the time you work on the mental attitude by just giving yourself a few minutes before the shift starts. You see, we actually do have an attendance point system, and you need to take that seriously because if you accumulate 9 points for being late, leaving early, or a no call, no show, you're going to add up your points. And when you hit 9, your assignment will be ended. Now, we have a dress code. No ripped jeans, no extremely loose clothes. I want you to talk to your staffing coordinator right here in this branch to get the specific details for what this client wants, but we do have a dress code. Another great thing that you can do to make sure you've got a great experience with us and with this client is to be a great communicator, right? It all starts with communicating with your teammates, with your shift leader, with your coworkers. Most problems can be avoided when you communicate about a problem or a safety concern. You need a sick day, there's a workplace conflict. The best thing to do is communicate right away, and in some cases, communicate in advance. Teamwork, so important. We love team players. And we want you to really bond with your team at work and bond with us here in the branch. Because the closer we're bonded together, the better we can work together as a team to overcome whatever problems, whatever challenges are going to come up, because things are going to come up. And one of the things that tends to come up for people is they lose focus. So I want you to stay focused. Okay. What happens over time is people get lazy and they tend to lose focus. They get a little sloppy. That might take some shortcuts. I want you to focus on keeping your work quality high. Don't get too comfortable once you get into this thing a couple weeks and think, oh, I've got this. Stay humble and stay focused. That'll help you keep your work quality high, and that'll keep that great first impression going. Another thing to do, follow the instructions of your shift leader that you're given each day. You see, what's going to happen, a coworker is going to ask you to help them in one of their stations. And before you say, get up and leave your station, you want to make sure you get approval from your supervisor before you leave your station and go to theirs. So it's very important to follow the instructions and ask permission if you really feel like you need to leave your station. Now, I could have put this one first, but it's safety. Safety truly is our number one priority. I want you to be safe each and every day. I want you to get home safe with no incidents. And the best way to do that is to adhere to the PPE standards and whatever other additional safety standards that the client has on site for you. I want you to adhere to our PPE standards each and every day, even when you see other people are not adhering to it. You can't control someone else, but you can control yourself. And I don't want you to find yourself in a situation where, had you just been wearing your gloves, had you just been wearing your glasses, such and such wouldn't have happened. Okay. The best way to prevent it is just to keep your PPE on at all times. Let's move to something a little more serious, even more serious than safety. And that's how to handle a conflict when something goes wrong at work. Let's be honest. I mean, things are going to happen. And when a conflict is present, I don't want you to get defensive and start arguing. The best thing you can do, just work on keeping your emotions in check. Take a big breath, relax, and remember, you're in the situation, so you have to take responsibility for yourself, right? Don't start blaming others. That's not going to help your situation when you're doing that. And always show a good attitude if you're involved in a conflict and someone is coming to you and trying to help you fix the situation, make the situation better. Show a good attitude about fixing the problem, about fixing the mistake, and getting better. Most of the time, showing a good attitude is the best way to get out of a conflict about anything happening there at work. Time cards. You are responsible for clocking in and clocking out each day. And that also includes clocking out for lunch and clocking back in for lunch. I want you to pay attention to that every day. So make sure your time is being recorded accurately. Now, we do pay weekly based on verified time cards. And that's the key word there, verified. I can't pay you accurately until your time is verified. Who verifies it? The client. That's why you need to be checking that accuracy daily. So if there is an error, if there is an IT issue that's happening that is preventing you from logging in or logging out, you need to notify us right away. Call the branch, call your shift leader over. Do that immediately. That goes back to that communication. Communicate immediately. For any reason your check is not right, remain calm, call the office, and know we will do everything we can to get your hours verified and we'll get you paid as soon as possible. But there are scenarios when time hasn't been checked, time wasn't verified, and the cutoff period is missed. And that means that pay doesn't come till next week. Let's talk about a few things not to do at work before we finish with how to get promoted to a shift supervisor. Let's talk about how to get promoted to shift leader. Many of you are here taking this new job because you want a new opportunity. You want to grow and you want to expand. And I want to help you do that. And the best way to get promoted to a shift leader is to do the job of a shift leader before you're actually given the title, before you're given that promotion, because you can show the team that you're ready to step into it. And here are some things you can do to show that you're ready to move into a shift leader position. Number one is you just display a great attitude and a willingness to learn more. You work well with coworkers. You work great with on-site leadership. You actually take a little bit of pride in doing good work, having good quality, and you encourage others to be their best. You follow all safety guidelines. You don't lose or forget your PPE on a daily basis. And instead of complaining about a problem, you start offering suggestions. You're looking for ways to make improvements on the work site. When you see a need, you meet the need. You strive for perfect attendance. All absences are excused, or you've got it documented with a doctor's note. I want you to understand not just your job, but the jobs that other people are performing. The more you know, the more you can help, the more you can manage and lead. And finally, be patient. Don't expect to be promoted in 30 days. The best way is to act as a leader and show management that you're ready and you can step in and do the job. I wish you all the success in the world in your new job.